Hi, everybody. Today we are going to play Railroad Inc. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Anyway, so Railroad Inc. It is just on Wednesday in our series of playing our roll and write games. So Mondays we play Welcome to, and Wednesdays we play Railroad Inc. And lately we've been playing on Fridays. We've been playing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you'd like to join us on those days, those are the days that we play our other games. Me and Jane are currently in a 2-player World as We Know It tournament in which we are playing through a couple different 2-player games that we have laying around the house, and we are allowing you guys to help us choose which. We have a poll up on our Twitter following, so you can follow us there, and then you can vote on which one you want us to play for tomorrow. It's going to either be Math Magician's Duel or Circle the Wagons, I believe, is the 2 games that we will be playing this particular Thursday. Yesterday, Jane got a win. So far, I was ahead by 2-0, but yesterday, Jane won X-Wing. And so Jane has 1 point. I have 2 points from last week. And so now we are going into tomorrow where Jane is behind by 1 point, but he could take the lead tomorrow, hopefully, or at least tie up tomorrow. And so we will just continue going on and playing. But for today, we are going to play Railroad Inc. So in the description of the video, there should be a PDF that looks similar to this. This is, I believe it's a 7x7 boxes. Otherwise, you can just kind of make your own with some graph paper or anything you have laying at home. Just make a 7x7, basically tic-tac-toe 7. And then on the edges here, every other square, it's going to go, railroad, road, railroad. And then on this side, it's going to just keep doing that. So road, railroad, road, railroad, road, railroad, road, railroad, road. Yeah. So every other, as you can see on my map here. But that is the basic setup of what you need to be able to play with us today with Railroad Inc. So in this game, I'll kind of push this off to the side. There we go. Okay. With this game, what we do is we roll these dice. Every single turn that I roll these dice, you have to use each one of these symbols somewhere written on your board. And so right here is like a road, and right here is a railroad. I'll also try to explain in French periodically, so just bear with me if you speak English. Otherwise, if you speak French, bear with me as I speak French or English. And actually, bear with me as I speak French too, because I'm not as good in French. So, aujourd'hui, nous avons joué le jeu Railroad Inc. Et le but de le jeu est pour vous dessiner la chose, comme pour vous dessiner ou connecter les différentes choses avec l'autre chose dans cette plateau, dans cette feuille. Tu dois emprunter cette feuille dans la description de la vidéo. Tu veux trouver la feuille pour emprunter et après tu peux continuer et jouer avec nous. So basically works. At the end of the game, we're obviously going to get different scoring points. We're going to get points for doing different things. So almost everything you do in this game is going to get you points somehow. The main way to get points is going to be connecting these stations. So think of this as a station, these little red dots, to other stations. If you can connect them, you get points for every couple that you connect. So pour gagner cette jeu, tu dois gagner plus de points de victoire que l'autre joueur. Donc, le premier, le principal façon pour vous gagner le point, tu dois connecter la station. Si tu veux ici, si tu connectes 2 stations, tu gagnes 4 points. Mais si tu connectes 7 stations, tu gagnes 24 points. So, as I just explained in French, and maybe you guys followed along. If you did, good job. If you didn't, no problem. If you connect 2 stations, which would be these red ones, together to another station, you would get 4 points. If you were to connect 7 stations, for instance, all together, you would get 24 points at the end of the game. These also add together. So if you connect 2 in some way and then 7 in some way, you would get 4 plus 24. Par exemple, si tu connectais 2 stations et une autre 7 stations, mais le 2 stations et le 7 stations n'est pas connecté, tu gagnais le 4 points pour le 2 et le 24 points pour l'autre 7. Donc, tu peux ajouter le somme à le numéro ensemble. The next way to get points is your longest road. So at the end of the game, for your very longest road that you have, you'll count the number of tiles that you placed in that row, or you'll count the number of roads that you have before you change over to just railroads or end the road. And so let's say you had 9 connected. Like we'll just do a, for instance, see if you had something like this at the end of the game for roads, you would have 1, 2, 3. So you'd get 3 points. Par exemple, si tu, pour la prochaine sélection pour gagner de points de victoire, si tu gagnais 1 point pour chaque chemin que tu dessinais et connectais. Donc, par exemple, je connecte le 3 ici, donc je gagne le 3. Mais si je place un autre ici, je dois choisir que chemin pour compter. Donc, j'ai choisi 7 chemins parce que cette chemin est le plus long que l'autre. So, as I just explained there, you have to pick your longest road or whichever one you would want to pick. So you could pick this one with 3 points or this one with 1 point. Obviously, you'd probably pick the one with 3 points. And the same works for this, for the railroad. It's your longest railroad. And so doesn't need any extra explaining. At the end of the game, le chemin de fer marche le même que le chemin. Donc, tu juste suivais la même règle pour le chemin de fer avec le chemin. Okay, for this little red box square, it is these 9 center squares. Pour la prochaine façon pour gagner le point de victoire, tu dois dessiner les choses dans le petit boîte dans le centre de 9 petits boîtes dans le centre de la plateau. So for every one you have in the center, you're going to get 1 point. So in this case, I would have 1, so I would get 1 point. And at the very end of the game, you would, pendant la fin de la partie, pour chaque chemin qui pas connecté à un autre chemin ou juste a dead end, if you know how to say dead end in French, go ahead and let me know. I haven't been able to figure that one out. But for every dead end road that you have at the end of the game, you're going to lose 1 point. So if the game ended right now, I would lose 1, 2, 3 points because these don't connect anywhere at the very end of them. So I'd have to subtract the 3 points. We're not playing with the star, so we don't have to worry about it. Nous avons pas joué avec des étoiles, donc pas, I forgot the word for worry. Well, don't worry about it. Okay. So that is pense pas.
Don't think about it.
Fear. Well, maybe. Pense pas. Okay. So up here, if you have the printed off version, you might see it. These are all the potential faces of the dice that we're going to see. These are the ones rolled. Lots of them are going to be railroads and roads and roads, but some are going to be where is it? This symbol. Or, man, it must only be on that one. That's interesting. I thought it was on both. Okay, so this symbol connects both the regular railroad to the regular road. So, cette face de la D connecte le chemin de fer avec le chemin. Mais c'est bon parce que pendant la fin de la partie, tu peux connecter le chemin avec le chemin de fer avec cette face. So this is the only way that you can connect the railroads to the roads. And so you use these, and they're little stations. They don't end the connection. They help you connect to the other ones. Another one just like it is like this, but with a turn. And you can choose whether or not you want the railroad to turn to the left or to the right. Tu peux choisir pour cette face, tu peux choisir pour le chemin de fer à tourner à gauche ou tourner à droite. C'est différence. Mais pour cette, tu dois utiliser aller à droite. Right? Yeah, aller à droite. It's weird in French because you're saying you have to go the right way instead of going straight. But with it in English, you guys have to just keep this as a going straight. It can't be a turn. Okay, so that's the basics of all the dice faces. And lastly are these special epic connections. All have 4 connections to them, and they allow you to use an extra face. So every time I roll these dice, chaque fois que je roule cette dé, tu dois utiliser chaque face ici. You have to use all 4 faces. And after that, if you would like, you can use...
You can use them in between, right? So like I could use 2 faces.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then use one of these. You don't have to use them after.
No. Sorry. Pendant ton tour, tu dois utiliser les 4 faces et tu peux utiliser une face ici. So every turn you have to use all 4 of these dice, and you can choose to use one of these faces. You could start by using the face here and then use these 4. The important thing is you have to use these 4. And then this is just an added one that you're going to use. You can use each of these one time. Tu peux utiliser chaque face ici une fois pour quand après tu utilises, tu dois placer un X ou mettre un X dans la face. Donc, tu ne peux pas utiliser cette face encore. So you can't use this face again once you've used it. You cross it out. You can only use one of these special faces once per turn, and you can use 3 in the entire game. So remember that you can't use all 6 of these. Okay. Tu peux, in French, tu peux utiliser une face pour tour, mais tu peux utiliser 3 faces pendant toute la partie. Donc, tu ne peux pas utiliser tous la face ici, juste 3. Okay. So there we go. The basics of railroading in English and semi-French. As you can tell, I haven't had anybody to practice French with for a while. Crazy enough. Everyone seems to be stuck in their houses. All right. So now we're going to start playing. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my dice right here. You are going to write where you're going to put them. I'm going to write where I'm going to put them. For the first 2 or 3 rounds, I'll explain what my turns are, but you don't need to copy what I do. You do whatever you do. And after that, after the first 2 or 3 turns, I'm going to stop letting you know what I'm doing, and then we'll see what our boards look like at the end of the game. All right. So here's the first roll. Go ahead, and you have to use all 4 of these dice somewhere. There's that marker for you too.
I have one piece.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay. If you want to play with this with us quite often, and you were just taking the printed off copy, I would highly suggest going ahead and let's see here. If I go, sorry, it's hard to think and talk at the same time. Anyway, I would suggest to print this off, grab some dry erase markers if you have some. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to put your piece of paper that you printed off inside of a binder, like a clear binder or a clear binder transparency sheet. And that will allow you to use it as a dry erase board. And then you can play it over and over and over again without having to reprint it off next time, since we are playing this on a weekly basis right now. Okay, so here's what I did with these 4. You don't have to, I forgot to explain that you can't just start drawing in the middle. So, tu peux pas placer ou dessiner dans le centre de la plateau. Tu dois commencer ton chemin de fer ou rue dans dehors ou dans l'extérieur de le plateau. Donc, tu dois connecter avec un autre chemin de fer ou rue et après tu peux dessiner. So you have to connect to a railroad outside or a road outside and start connecting it in. Now, in my case, I connected all four of mine together. You don't have to. We'll show. This is Michelle's example. So she did 3 of hers like this, and then she did over here, and that's perfectly fine. You could have done 4 of them in all different spaces. It depends on what you want to do. The last thing you want to do when you're doing. So, la dernière fois que tu dois dessiner et écrire un numéro de la tour. Donc, c'était le premier tour. Tu dois dessiner un 1.
You put one in the corner for some reason.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Dans le petit bois, juste à où la droite. Okay. So what you do is you draw a number 1 in all of the ones that you just drew. This represents that you did these during the first turn. We're going to play 7 turns of this, so this helps you keep track as to what turn we are currently on. Okay, next roll. Here are our next 4 dice. I'll place it a little higher. Maybe everyone can see it then. Okay. Let's see.
Okay. I guess I'm going to use a special one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use a special 2 as well. And one more. Let's go.
I have missed one. Oh, I put that there and closing it off.
All right. Well, everybody thinks I'll kind of explain how I did mine. Again, they don't have to be super beautiful drawings. I put my 2 turn here, my 2 straights here, and then I put my 1 turn with like a little station right here. So this is going to switch to railroad. Then I used one of the specials. I used this 4-way road special, and then I crossed it off. This means I can't use it again for the rest of the turn. So, par exemple, pour mon 12e tour, j'ai place le 2 rues à droite, aller à droite ici, et une rue à tourner ici, et l'autre rue avec le chemin de fer ici avec la station. Et je place en spatial tonne ou 400 ici, et j'ai marqué là, et c'est ça. Okay. So that is what I did for my second turn. I probably won't expose as much to what I am doing from here on out. So I'm hoping everybody has kind of a good feeling as to what they are able to do. So here are the next 4. Go ahead and write them in.
Excellent. Just what I wanted. Okay.
Actually. All right.
I'm not ready.
So I'm ready, but Michelle's not. So we will wait. There we go. So we have Railroad Ink. This is the blue version. There's if you were to look this up to buy it yourself, there's the blue version and there's the red version. But there are two other new versions that are coming out. We're kind of interested to see what they're planning on changing with those two versions. But
Oh my goodness. Look at all
wow,
those roads.
tons of railroads.
Okay. Not prepared for all those railroads. Actually,
Four. Okay. Okay, that was the fourth round. We have what? 3 left. 3 rounds left.
okay.
Okay, next round. We have a bunch of turns.
Oh my. Unfortunately, they're not like the things that I need
Mm-hmm.
or want.
Mm-hmm. All right, there we go. Definitely not what I was going for. Let's see if I go
Another special.
that. This is the 5th round. For anybody who is wanting to place any of those special ones, if you haven't placed any, remember you can only place 3 in the entire game. And so now would be the round you'd want to start placing them if you want to make sure that they get in. 1, 2. And let's see. Okay, let's connect this. And remember, you have to use all of them in some possible way. Here, let's change just the direction. This one, and that way. 5. Turn. Right there. Okay.
Good.
All right.
Let's see what happens here.
So round 6.
Okay.
This is the first bridge that we have. Just to point out, these don't connect. So as far as making a connection goes, these are not connecting. This is a bridge over a railroad. So pour cette face, c'était un pont. Donc, c'est pas connecté. Donc, c'était un chemin pont a eu le chemin de fer.
This is not working for me. I'm so closed off right now.
Yeah. Let's cross off. There's another special. This is the 6th turn. So we only have one more after this. Hopefully we can make something work. 6. So use that one. And that one. And I haven't used the turn. Let me use the turn first. Let's see. Okay.
Okay,
No.
well, that was
Not what we want to
horrible.
probably do. All right. Okay, we'll stick with that. Railroad is kind of throwing things off. I don't mind railroads at the beginning of the game, but this late on is kind of.
That roll is going to result in 3 dead
Okay,
ends.
1, 2, 3. I haven't used one of the faces yet. What didn't I use? Okay, I used the road. Turn. I didn't use the other straight road. Oh. I don't want to use the other straight road. I guess I'll go there, which is just another dead end.
Yep. I just added 3 dead ends, so I don't feel too bad for you.
Hang on. Okay, so we'll do a straight road here. Instead, we'll do the railroad here. Okay. A lot of second guessing when it gets to this round. Okay. Last turn. And then we'll count up. You'll see how scoring works in the end. And
I like some of these.
You can find out if you won or lost horribly.
It looks like I like specifically one of these.
Okay, I can connect to that. 7. If I take that last special like this. Okay.
Okay, I think
There's the bridge.
it works sort of.
And a road still? Okay, 2 roads. We have to go like that. And that. Okay.
No, well, it could be worse.
It could be worse. Okay, so I'm going to move these off to the side. I'm going to explain how to score by scoring my board. Usually helps everyone else how to score those. And technically, I did use this one during this round. So we're going to start with connections. And these are connections that are not broken by like a bridge. A bridge isn't going to like form the connection in the same way. But my connection here, 1 can connect to here, so that's 2. It can also connect to here, so that's 3. It can connect to here, so that's 4. Connect to this main section, which is going to get me a connection to here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I connected 10 of my stations. So that's going to get me 36 points for station connections. These 2 do not connect to anything. And I ran these ones off the road because I forgot to explain, you do not have to count dead ends go off of the map. And so I've explained that a few times before in other videos, but I forgot to explain it this time. But so I had these ones go off the map, so I didn't have to count them. So next is our road. I'm guessing this is going to be my longest road. I can start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll take 10 for my road. And you can kind of snake around your road as best you can, but you can't double back. And so just remember that. You can choose where to start. It doesn't have to be the natural place you might want to start. Think of it as being a dishonest taxi driver when you're picking your longest road and railroad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my railroads. Now, for this one, these are connected. This one, as far as the railroad goes, it goes underneath the bridge. This has a station, but the station doesn't break it up since the station is able to pop out on the other side, still being a railroad. So just think of it as like a normal station that you would see. So that's why you're able to go through those. From my little box here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box. That's 6 points. And for dead ends, these ones are off the board, but this one is not. So that's 1 dead end, 2 dead ends, 3 dead ends, and 4. So I have 4 dead ends. So that's going to be negative 4 points. So I am at what, 36, 46, 56, 758 minus 4. So 54 points would be my total score. And I'm wondering if Michelle put up her score already. Yeah. Michelle got 45. So that's how this game works. We usually, if you were to play this at home, I actually found if anybody's interested in playing this game just by yourself, it's for free on Tabletopia. And so now that you know the basic rules, you could go onto Tabletopia, load it up, set up an account, find Railroad Ink. You can play the red or the blue, and it'll just have the dice there, and then it's a roll and write game. So you're still going to be writing yourself. You'll be playing alone or hot seats. I'm not sure how you can play it with multiple people on that one without buying the paid version, but for free, I know you can at least get to these main boards and you can practice and play at home. But usually this is where you get, or you can keep playing with us. So every Wednesday, we are going to play, or we have been, and we plan on continuing playing Railroad Ink, or at least one game of Railroad Ink. Go ahead and put your comments in the up below of your score that you got, and we'll just kind of see who wins over time, who can get the best score as long as this video is on YouTube. What's going to be the best score generated with this particular setup. Obviously, if you watch the video once and then you play it again, you're going to know better as to what's coming up. And so it'll make it a little easier to plan out an entire route. But we can kind of see as we go along. Other than that, please join us tomorrow for our 2-player World as We Know It tournament between me and my son Jane. And we are playing, it's currently voting right now. On Twitter. So find our ANM Twitter handle, ANM Games.
ANM Game School.
ANM Game School on our Twitter is our Twitter handle, and you can find us there. You can vote on the poll. It's either going to be Math Magicians Duel or Circle the Wagons. And so pick one of those two that you'd like to watch us play, and that'll just be part of our tournament. And other than that, see you tomorrow.